everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do with my fermented lemons, because it's been maybe 4 or 5 weeks now, but I let them ferment for 4 weeks and they were ready. I gave around half of them away because they are such a beautiful colour and it's so nice to, it's a nice thing to give away, I think, also because it takes so long to ferment them. Maybe people are not so inclined to ferment lemons if they don't have patience, so it's a nice thing to do, and you can do so many things with lemons. So I had one follower who asked me, why don't you do a video in a couple of weeks where you show us what you do with your fermented lemons. So that's what I'm doing in this video. A pasta, super easy to do when you basically need to feed your family or yourself really quickly, and you've got a fermented lemons, you've got something really yummy. It will take you as long as it takes you to cook the pasta, and hey presto. Also a pesto, a salad dressing, hummus. In stews it is also really nice, but that's mostly for the taste, because as soon as you heat up your healthy bacteria, they start to disappear and die off. Also, I got a super good recipe for lemon bars. That has been up on my YouTube channel for a while, but I'm sort of putting it in here as well. That is super nice, and if you have a fermented lemon for that, super nice. So I'm going to chop that into different things, how to use it, and mix it into anything you want. If it's, you know, like a pesto, salad dressing and all those things that are raw anyway, that is just a perfect thing. And my other recipe for the lemon bars, that's also raw, so that's also super good. In the stews, what I do is cook the stew for as long as you want, and then at the very end I just mix it in and then serve, in the hope that some of the bacteria are still alive. But if you want to use it just for taste, because it has this amazing taste, then yeah, you can do that as well, just so you know that the healthy bacteria are probably not there. I'm going to show you now how to eat a lemon. Smells lovely. I'm going to just put my hand in here because I want to show you it. So here it is, one. And you know, think now, I'm going to eat this lemon, and maybe your face is already going like that, but look at this. So nice. Wow, so refreshing and lovely. The sharpness of the lemon disappears. Instead it becomes this sort of mellow taste, salty. So when you use this, don't put in the normal amount of salt that you would usually have. Put this in first and then see how much extra salt you need, because this is salty, but it's so lovely. And it's so fun that you can just eat a lemon like this. That's what I think anyway. Lovely. Also chop it up and have it in a bowl, you know, like a veggie bowl or something. I'm going to have that for lunch today. So it suits so many things. As soon as you blend something up, or just cut it up and have it if you have meat, and it will really bring a lovely taste to your meal. And also those healthy bacteria will help digest the foods that you eat. So if you eat like a heavy steak or something and then you have those, it might help your digestion along as well. So all good. So boil your pasta, cut up 1 clove of garlic, this is super healthy, and take a piece of fermented lemon. I'm going to use 1/4 of this, I think. Remember, this is now a mellow taste, it's not sour at all. And then slice it. I'm going to save the water that comes with it because it's quite salty and lovely. And the other things I'm using is a bit of olive oil, and salt and pepper, and that's it. Take the pasta off the pan and just straight in here in the pan. Just add the fermented lemon and the garlic straight in. A little bit of pepper and salt, and then quite a lot of olive oil. And then that's it, it's all ready. Okay, so the salad dressing, I'm going to mix everything in my Nutri blender. So first, 6 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of tamari, so that's gluten-free soy sauce, and 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and about 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Sometimes I use honey if I don't have maple syrup at home, and a pinch of thyme, dry thyme, a super small little pinch of black pepper, and also our lemon. So I'm going to remove the pips here actually. Normally I would try to eat them, but not in this. So I'm using 1/8 of a fermented lemon, and I pop that in, and now I'm going to blend this. And here it is. I'm just going to have a little taster. Oh my god, that is so nice. Salad dressing thingy, and I will pop it straight in the fridge. And here it is. Here's the pesto I do with fermented lemons. I'll use 1/4 of a fermented lemon, and then the rest is sort of what I normally have, like loads of basil, or if I use carrot tops, that's fine as well. These are 2 bags of basils. Olive oil, 100 ml of that. This is cheese. It's vegan cheese, and it's about 30 grams. Salt and pepper. 1/4 of a cup of pumpkin seeds, and I'm just going to use a little bit of crushed linseeds as well, and also 1 garlic clove. And I'm putting it all in my food processor. So the vegan cheese I'm using today is Tesco's own brand, and that is with coconut oil and potato starch and oat, but it is gluten-free because that's important, and nut-free. So that's the 2 things we have to look out for in my family. So yeah, put everything in the food processor, put everything in. Loads of basil. The smell of this is gorgeous. Let's just put everything in. Pumpkin seeds and salt. And crushed linseeds. So good. And while I've got this out, because this is my Swedish measuring thing, it's got 1 deciliter. That's what we use in Sweden, and it's 100 ml. So easy. And we need 100 ml of olive oil. It's more than you think. Check out this color. So because of the lemons are quite salty, sometimes you don't need to have as much salt as you normally do, but taste. It smells absolutely amazing. And to know also that it's full of healthy bacteria makes it all so much better. So this is what I'm using for my stew. Chickpeas, sweet potatoes, loads of fresh tomatoes, about 400 grams, onions, garlic, a little bit of pepper. What have I got here? Bay leaves. I'm going to use some of the Nando's peri-peri salt because the kids will love that. They love Nando's, they're boys, of course they love Nando's, and yeah, that will go down well. A little bit of tomato puree, some olive oil, maybe a little bit more salt and pepper, and I'm serving this with some brown rice. And at the very end, when it's all cooked, I'm going to cut up my fermented lemon and just mix that in, and as late as possible. So this is, the fermented lemons is mostly because of the taste in this dish, because when you heat it up, the healthy bacteria will start to disappear. So take half a fermented lemon and just cut up into very small pieces. When the stew is done, just take it off the heat and put in the fermented lemon and just give it a good stir, and then serve straight away. So this is all you need for an ordinary avocado hummus. 2 quite big ripe avocados, about a tablespoon and a half of tahini, a handful of fresh coriander, 3 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We'll also need salt and pepper, and 1 tin of chickpeas. Now, to make this extra nice, I'm going to use a little bit of fermented lemons. I'm going to use a quarter, I think. A garlic clove and chili flakes, that's optional, I'm going to put some on top. But you also need ground cumin. And I'm going to use a quarter of a teaspoon of ground cumin. And then I'll put some crushed chilies on top. Some people put extra olive oil on there, but actually just ran out of olive oil. And this is the bowl I'm going to eat today. I'm going to put some extra dressing on, and also some black sesame seeds. That's my lunch today. Maybe I'll have a smoothie as well. So that's sort of a mixed bowl stew from yesterday. That's the fermented lemon, goes so well with everything. An avocado, tomato salad, just some green leaves, a lemon and hemp seed bar. It's got loads of other things in there as well. And so this is what you need: 2 cups of apricots, 1.5 cup of desiccated coconuts, 1 cup of pumpkin seeds, and these are so full of zinc, so good for us if we are getting colds and flus all the time. Could be because we don't have enough zinc. And then of course the hemp seeds, and this is about 1/2 cup of hemp seeds. And I'm also using a fermented lemon. If you have a fermented lemon, this is one of the most perfect recipes of using a fermented lemon in. So now we need a food processor, and we're going to put everything in. And I'm using the fermented lemons, and I've cut them up fairly small, and this is about 1/2 cup. And now it's done, and if you look at it, you can sort of form small balls, and that is the texture we're looking for. So now you need some sort of tray, and I'm going to put in some baking paper to press it down, make it flat. And now I'm going to put this in the fridge for an hour or 2. And now a couple of hours later, you can see how easily you could just remove this with the baking paper. And then you just you can easily take this off, and now we can just cut up this bar into pieces, the sort of pieces that you want. This is sort of a middle size, but if you've got smaller kids, you could just halve these, and that would be easy because they are so dense. There's so much stuff in there. They're so full of nutrients. So lovely. It's almost like, I won't say candy because it is salty, but if you like salty and slurpy and lovely and a little bit tangy. And have a look at my other videos. I've got quite a few now, and loads of them are about fermentation, because I think it's such an amazing thing to do. Sure, you can go out and buy super expensive pills. They might be freeze-dried. You swallow them, you have no idea if they're going to re-energize down there. This comes with healthy bacteria. Those are different strains when you use different types of vegetable, and also it has that fiber in it, so it will bring it all down to where it should be. That's what I think anyway. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.